Have you ever wondered about the current security situation in Europe? Today, we delve into the serious concerns raised by Germany's defense minister, Boris Pistorius. In the wake of rising tensions and escalating threats, Pistorius warns of the potential for aggressive Russian actions in the next 5 to 8 years. This warning does not come lightly and is profoundly rooted in the recent events following Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The very fabric of peace and security, once taken for granted, is now under immense strain. This tension rings a warning bell that cannot be ignored. Pistorius's remarks underscore the urgency of the situation. The clock is ticking, and the window of opportunity for Europe and NATO to fortify their defenses against a potential escalation is rapidly closing. This is not a time for complacency, but a call to action. The defense minister calls for a war-fighting transformation of NATO. But what does this mean? It means a shift in strategy, a shift in mindset, and most importantly, a shift in preparedness. It's a call for NATO to reevaluate and recalibrate its strategies, to transform from a state of reactive defense to proactive defense. Pistorius also emphasizes the need for European nations to be prepared, both socially and militarily. The onus is not just on NATO, but on every European country to ready itself for potential conflicts. This readiness is not just about increasing military spending or boosting defenses, it's about creating a social fabric that can withstand the pressures of conflict, that can endure the rigors of war, and that can emerge stronger in the face of adversity. As we see, Pistorius's remarks underscore the critical need for Europe and NATO to bolster their defenses. This is a time of reckoning, a time when the bells of warning are tolling. It's a time for Europe and NATO to rise to the occasion, to prepare, to strengthen, and to face the future with resolve and determination. But what happens if the United States shifts its focus away from Europe? Let's explore this. As we all know, the United States has been a long-standing ally of Europe, playing a crucial role in maintaining the balance of power. However, the winds of change are blowing. The United States is expected to shift its attention towards the Pacific, a move that could significantly alter the geopolitical landscape. This shift, if realized, would leave a void in Europe's security apparatus. The US has been a cornerstone of Europe's defense strategy, providing both military aid and strategic guidance. A pivot towards the Pacific could leave Europe more exposed to potential threats, particularly from a resurgent Russia. German Defense Minister Boris Pistorius has been vocal about this issue. He has called for Europe to bolster its military spending in the face of this potential shift. The rationale behind this is quite straightforward. If Europe wants to maintain its security and sovereignty, it must be ready to shoulder more of the burden. This call to action is not just about money, it's about survival. It's about ensuring that Europe remains a player on the global stage, capable of defending its interests and values. It's about acknowledging that the world is changing and Europe must change with it. Pistorius's call is a stark reminder of the Russian threat. Russia's aggressive actions and escalating threats have been a cause for concern. Europe needs to be ready to face any potential aggression, and increased military spending is a step towards that readiness. But it's not just about spending more, it's about spending smart. Europe needs to invest in modernizing its defense capabilities, focusing on areas like cyber defense and intelligence. The aim should be to build a defense apparatus that is robust, flexible, and capable of responding to a wide range of threats. So, what does this all mean? It means that Europe's security is becoming more intertwined with its economic and political decisions. It means that Europe can no longer rely solely on its allies for protection. And most importantly, it means that Europe must be prepared to take its security into its own hands. It's clear that Europe's military policy may need to adjust in the face of changing global dynamics. Beyond its borders, Europe may find allies in its quest for security. Let's delve into this. Boris Pistorius, Germany's defense minister, has made it clear that bolstered military cooperation outside of Europe is a card worth playing. But why is this important? It's simple. The more allies you have, the stronger your defense and the more secure you become. Pistorius is not just advocating for an increase in military spending or an enhancement of national defenses. He's advocating for a global effort, a united front against any potential threats. This is a testament to the interconnectedness of our world today. No nation is an island, and in the face of shared threats, shared defenses become indispensable. The benefits of such collaborations are manifold. For one, it would mean a pooling of resources, capabilities, and intelligence. It would also mean enhanced solidarity among nations, fostering a sense of mutual trust and understanding. But it's not just about military might. It's about peace and security. By working together, nations can deter potential aggressors, maintaining a balance of power that promotes stability. This is the essence of international peace and security. Nations standing together, not just for their own benefit, but for the collective good. Moreover, such collaborations could also have strategic significance. By reaching out to nations beyond Europe, the continent can extend its influence, foster stronger relationships, and ensure it has a say in global matters. These partnerships could offer opportunities for diplomatic dialogue, foster mutual understanding, and even pave the way for conflict resolution. In essence, Pistorius is advocating for a global community that stands together in the face of threats. A community that values peace and security, and that is willing to work together to protect these ideals. It's a vision that recognizes the fact that in our interconnected world, the security of one nation is inextricably tied to the security of all. The strategic significance of global cooperation cannot be underestimated in today's interconnected world. Pistorius's warnings underline the urgency of the situation facing Europe and NATO. As we've discussed, his remarks shed light on the potential threats lying ahead. He emphasizes the need for a war-fighting transformation of NATO and calls upon European nations to be socially and militarily prepared for potential conflicts. The window of opportunity to strengthen defenses against potential escalation is narrowing. Pistorius also stresses the critical need for Europe to increase its military spending as the United States shifts its focus towards the Pacific. This step is seen as vital for maintaining stability and security in Europe. Furthermore, he advocates for increased military cooperation beyond Europe's borders, recognizing the strategic significance of such partnerships in maintaining global peace and security. The takeaway is clear: readiness is key, and the time to act is now. Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video informative, please subscribe, like, and share. Your interaction helps us continue to bring you updates on important world events. Stay tuned for our next video.